The morning rises on Alderaan. The sun spills over the mountains into a beautiful city. A man rises and goes to his office overlooking the valley. His daughter comes rushing in to wish him a good morning. They embrace. It is Bale Organa and his daughter Leia. A beacon goes off on his desk. He looks at the young girl and tells her to return to her studies. She objects, but he insists. Young Leia leaves the room, but listens in from around the corner. Bale opens the message. It is Obi-Wan. He explains the events of the past few months and tells him that they need to find a place to hide these young Force users, that they plan to take the fight back to the Empire. While systems are not yet in open rebellion, he knows that Bale has likely been working behind closed doors these past years. He asks for his help.
I know it's been some years, Bale, but we need your help. You're our only hope.
Bale takes the words to heart. He ponders for a moment and then contacts his captain to ready his ship. He is going on a diplomatic mission to Stujin. As he walks through the halls, Leia asks if she can go with him this time. He tells her no, but that day will come soon. Leia doesn't like that answer. He bids her goodbye and exits the hall. Moments later, he gets on the ship platform and enters the ship. However, a little stowaway boards close behind him and hides in the storage compartment. Leia is coming with him whether he likes it or not. Back on Stujin, Obi-Wan announces to the group that plans are in motion. But before the group can confront an empire, he must know that they can confront themselves, he explains.
We do not have the ability to train you how to use a lightsaber since we do not have the material to build one. But make no mistake, the weapon is not the weapon. You are the weapon. What you use are merely tools. Feel the Force flow through you. Let it guide your action, but also harness its power. Galen, Moshe, enter the circle.
Blindfolds are placed over their eyes.
How are we supposed to fight?
Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them.
The two square off and begin. An elegant dance of kicks and jabs fill the space. Deflection, attack, parry, and counterattack. The two move so fast, it looks quite impressive. Obi-Wan throws sticks into the middle of the circle. Galen pulls one to him, Moshe the same. They use the sticks as combat tools. Until finally, one of the sticks breaks. Galen tries to stab Moshe, but Moshe dodges. Cal looks to Obi-Wan to step in, but he stays silent. The fight escalates in violence. Galen dodges Moshe's attacks and pushes him out of the way. In one swift motion, Galen is able to get close enough to Moshe. He grabs him, twists his whole body, and slams him onto the floor with ferocity. Moshe goes down. The match is over. Galen helps Moshe up. The rest of the students clap. In Obi-Wan's eyes, they are as ready as they will ever be. But Cal sees a coldness growing in Obi-Wan.
Well fought, you two. Well fought. I want you two to look after the others. You have great potential, but be ready. Use the Force.
He speaks to the crowd.
Be ready, students. The time is coming quickly when our training will be put to the test. I know you may not feel ready yet. Few people ever do. But trust in each other and trust in the Force. Go get your rest.
Cal walks up to Obi-Wan after the events of the day, distraught.
Master, I am concerned.
About what, Master Kestis?
The way in which you're teaching these students. Don't you think it is a little aggressive?
Cal, we are out of time. We need to get these students ready for war. Not training, not exercises. War.
Yes, but don't you think...
Cal, we watched everyone that we ever knew go to the slaughter because we were unprepared. I will not make that same mistake with these students. One day, we will be able to rebuild the temple. But today, we need to worry about war.
Obi-Wan breaks away from Cal. Cal whispers under his breath,
I just think we should be careful about taking the quick and easy path.
Obi-Wan acknowledges. They see a ship land at the platform. It's Bale. He walks out with his daughter Leia, who has clearly just been scolded, but she is here now. Obi-Wan and Bale embrace.
It's been a long time, my friend.
It's good to see you, Bale.
Obi-Wan's gaze turns to Leia.
And who might this be?
We had a stowaway, unfortunately, but I think the punishment we have for her will suit the crime.
Leia shrinks. Obi-Wan gives Bale a look. It is not safe for her to be here, but it's too late to turn around now.
Come, the main house is open to you both. The Kenobis are preparing a dinner tonight. Once you're settled, we will begin.
Later that night, Bale, Leia, Obi-Wan, and Cal sit down to dinner with the Kenobis. Nasoni, Edoji, and Kento. The group discuss the topics at hand: allegiances, plans, and resources. It is agreed that Bale will escort the youth out of the shipyards in the night in his cruiser. Because he flew in an unregistered transport, his name will not be linked to the escape. They will find refuge on the forest moon Yavin 4, an outpost Bale has been using to smuggle Republic sympathizers. With the plans drawn, the group adjourns from dinner. Later that night, Nasoni brushes her hair looking out the window. Kento approaches.
So, do I steal the wife tonight?
You know you do.
Kento can feel the heaviness in her voice.
What ails you then, my wife?
After all this time, and here we are, about to plunge our lives into turmoil.
She turns to him.
Love, I am afraid. Our family is here. Our entire world is finally all under one roof. I can't bear the thought of losing my son again.
Tears begin to break over her cheek. Kento kneels at the foot of his wife's chair, brushing them away with his thumbs.
Nasoni, we've talked about this moment for years. I know you believe the same as I, and I love you more than life itself because of it. But if you tell me to put an end to this, I will do it. We will find another way.
And what kind of woman would I be to tell my husband to give up?
She brushes away the rest of her tears.
No, Kento. I follow you. From this day to our last.
To our last.
Obi-Wan gets ready to leave the house, but sees his brother smoking in the moonlight. He decides to approach.
Quiet night.
Perhaps the last quiet night of my life.
Obi-Wan humors him.
Edoji, it wasn't my intent to involve you.
It's not your doing, Obi-Wan. Our father is as bullheaded as they come. Nothing was going to deter him from doing this. Even if he never found you, he would have found another.
A moment of silence fills the air. Obi-Wan can see the worry on his brother's face, the fear creeping in.
I'm not a coward, you know.
I never thought you were.
I've been in battles before. We built our ships after all. We have to test them on military targets. I've seen what the Empire does, and I have no love for it. But the problems in this galaxy are so big. The odds so vast. How could I do anything to assuage them?
Evil wants us to think that we are alone, Edoji. Because if we believe we are alone, we will be silent. But sometimes it just takes one voice in a crowd to remind others that they are not alone, that they can fight. Evil is the one with a feeble grip, Edoji. Never hope. It just needs to be reminded every once in a while.
Those are comforting words. You know, Obi-Wan, despite everything, I am glad. I am glad I got the chance to meet my brother.
Me too.
The pair embrace. In the factory barracks, Reva and Galen sneak away. They dig through some rubbish to reveal their lightsabers and their transmitter. They know this is the time. It is time to make the call.
Sir, he is here. It's time.
Off in the furthest part of space, the message is received. A dark hand reaches for a communicator, until finally.
Commander, ready my ship.